How we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode 113 of our West Ham United career mode. We're still in the summer transfer window. Obviously, this is massive. We're going to have one more episode following this one in the transfer window. So, you know, if we have only 5 days to go in the transfer window and we still have business to finish up, you know there's some big moves going on. So definitely some things to look forward to. But obviously, huge news. We know in the last episode, Nkulu said he's leaving. I'm out. But even bigger news, Daniel Sturridge, an LCL tear. He'll be out for 3 months. Oh, well, sweet. That's awesome. I love how it's phrased, though. He suffered a lateral collateral ligament. You can't suffer it. That's a ligament you have. You can't suffer that. He has to suffer a tear, a sprain, a something. It's madness. But either way, Sturridge is going to be out for 3 months, and that means we basically have Connor Wickham as a striker. And Dybala, technically, but I've been playing him basically as a winger 100% of the time. So we have one striker, essentially. We've also sold Nicholas Nkulu for $40.5 million to Real Madrid. We've sold Rodriguez to Aston Villa for $2 million. We've also seen about 73 different transfers accepted. Abdenor, Otamendi, Alderweireld, Ogbonna, Varane, all those transfers accepted, and we've decided, let's put in a contract offer for Abdenor. Let's put one in for Otamendi. We see, in terms of the age and the quality of center backs, Abdenor, Otamendi, relatively even. You have to say Ogbonna's a little bit, he's actually about the same age now because of what season we are in career mode. Overall, he's probably going to be a little bit less because the offer went in for so much less. Obviously, Abdenor's the most fiscally conservative offer because he's in the last year of his contract. But first things first, if we lost Nkulu to Real Madrid, let's say, yeah, we're getting their starting center back back because he's not a starting center back for you anymore. He's riding a pine because of Nkulu coming there. So Varane, welcome to West Ham. It's basically a player swap now. $22 million. We sold Nkulu for $40.5, so we basically swapped some money. That's basically how it went in some center backs. But either way, Rafael Varane, welcome to the club, my boy. We then can see we have $29 million left in the transfer budget, and what we're going to need now with Daniel Sturridge out is going to be some kind of striker depth. I don't know if it'll be a striker just to fill the void for 3 months, so like a decent striker, but somebody that's not going to take over the whole team, or if we're just going to go big and splash the cash and bring in a stud center back. I don't know. But we can see we've had pretty much all of our offers accepted in terms of contract offers, transfer bids, Alderweireld, Ogbonna, Otamendi, Abdenor, and now it's just a matter of who do we bring in? Ogbonna, obviously, the only reason I wouldn't bring him in is because we're going to use him in FIFA 16. Simple as that. He's going to be starting for West Ham. So we're going to see him at West Ham eventually. Abdenor, he looks sensational. He was actually linked to West Ham in this past transfer window in real life. So he could be a player that could be coming in. Alderweireld, I might say screw him because he went to Tottenham in real life and Tottenham sucks. So we'll have that. But so many choices. Otamendi would obviously be the best in overall, but he also cost the most, $14 million. If we need a striker, we want to be fiscally conservative. We want to lean to the right with our fiscal responsibilities. And that means for us, oh, it's such a tough decision. What are we going to do? Ogbonna, Otamendi, I don't know. Oh, it's just so much money to spend. Abdenor, who are we going to bring in? Alderweireld, no. Ogbonna, no. Otamendi, no. Abdenor, welcome to West Ham, my son. He's going to be our third choice center back now because obviously we have Marquinhos, we have Varane, and now we have Abdenor. But the nice thing with Abdenor is he's pretty physical kind of guy. Marquinhos and Varane a little bit more, I don't want to say dainty in terms of center backs, but Abdenor has really good pace, but he's also got a lot of strength, physical ability. Look at it, 90 strength. So he's a guy that honestly might usurp Marquinhos, or probably Marquinhos, if anything, for starting spot. We might even use Marquinhos as a right back in addition, because I know he can play there. He's played there for PSG. I've scouted him there, so that could be an option as well, because he does have the pace and the quality to be able to do something like that. But Abdenor is just so strong. He's a player that we could throw in that starting line, and he would not look out of his element whatsoever. But that's one move. And now, look at the strikers. Vieto, we had a flirtation with him last year. He's obviously the most of a fill-in type. Same with Villalba, actually looks phenomenal. I'm really interested in him. Alvaro Morata, another former Real Madrid player. He's at Juventus. Destro, who we've been linked with in real life. Jovetic, who's now at Barcelona, not City, but he obviously is going to be down the pecking order quite a bit in Barcelona. Ciro Immobile from Dortmund would be phenomenal. I've wanted to use him for a while. Paco Alcacer from Valencia. Lacazette from Lyon. Do love a bit of Lacazette. And then the cheeky potential bids. Zlatan. He's 35 years old. Could be worth a punt. I mean, imagine the Zlatan shirt sales we would have at the Upton Park shop. Oh my word. That would be unbelievable. But if we can bring in Zlatan, what kind of money is it going to cost us? He's 35 years old, so you'd think he wouldn't cost too terribly much. He's only valued at 12 million, but he is Zlatan, so they're going to want a big fee for him regardless, and he's on 150 grand a week. It's a big contract that we'd have to give him. So we're going to come in with a cheeky 14 million punt for the Swedish superstar, the Swedish assassin. And then Carlos Tevez, a West Ham god, a legend among men with the Hammers faithful. Oh my word. Carlos, he's valued at 25 to 28 million for a 33-year-old. That is a massive dealing. 86 overall. He's phenomenal. So we go in with a punt. I really would love to bring him. We know we have the money. Rabiot in a swap, he's worth about 5 million and 21 million. If we could get that deal to go through, this would be an absolute steal, in my opinion, because that would be the two different options. A lot of these other options, Immobile, Alcacer, all those other guys, are the fill-in response, in my opinion. They're the fill-in types. They're the guys that are going to come in, do a job for 3 or 4 months, and then proceed to back up Daniel Sturridge the rest of the way, or at least fight for a starting position. They wouldn't have that lockdown. If Tevez would come in, if Zlatan would come in, their first choice. There's no question about that in any way, shape, or form. They would be first choice. They're better overall than them. They have the pedigree. We know the quality that they have. So that's the way we're looking at it. We're also putting in a couple bids. Alcacer, they won 24 million, so we said 16 we'll go for. Maybe Lacazette's out of our range a bit, 37.5. Jovetic as well, a little bit high. But we do have now a cup game coming up against Shrewsbury Town, leading off our quest for the Capital One Cup, which we have won in this career mode. So we potentially would be able to return that bit of silverware back to Upton Park. But we've severely mixed up the team. You can see Wickham's come in, Craig Croft, the youngster, Noble, Barber, Rabiot actually getting potentially his final game if he would move to Juventus, Oxlade-Chamberlain, a lot of the youngsters coming in. Jordan Abita actually returned to the lineup for the first time since his injury, and the fact that we'd said, you know what, Davies, starting lineup fella for Aaron Cresswell filling in. So Abita's going to get a run out. Abdenour's going to make his debut. He's just come into the team, and we're throwing him in the deep end saying, you know what? It's just Shrewsbury. And no offense if any Shrewsbury fans are out there. Sorry. But anyways, we're saying, you know what? We want to see what you can do here, Abdenour. Let's get some of the young guys into the team. We're playing basically 100% rotate 11. Thomas is in goal. Pratley, Burke getting in the lineup. He did ask to play, so we'll give him a shot. Abdenour, Noble, Barber, Rabiot, Croft. A lot of guys that don't usually start. Wickham usually comes off the bench lately, especially with Sturridge in the starting lineup. Oxlade-Chamberlain's a guy who's been rotating through the starting lineup because with Sturridge coming in, or Sterling, coming in, it's put a lot of, positions up for doubt in the wing type aspects because we have Dybala, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Sterling, so many good wingers, and it's really left Oxlade-Chamberlain as the odd man out because of how well Dybala played, especially in that drubbing of Manchester United. But Shrewsbury were on the attack from the off. In the 17th minute, they've already had 2 really good chances. Thomas has had to make some phenomenal saves, and that's great to see how well he's playing coming along because he was a player that we scouted him. He's come through our youth system. He's phenomenal, has potential to be special, but he really was underwhelming last year. 2 seasons ago, I thought he played very, very well, but last season was very, very poor when he did have to play. So we're hoping to see a bit of development from him, and this is a new development. Craig Croft wins a penalty in the 41st minute, shows off some lovely skill. Connor Wickham, the man to step up and take it. And no question about it. A little bit of stutter step, a little panache, a little salsa, and it's in the back of the net. 42nd minute, 1-0 to West Ham. And it's against the run of play. Shrewsbury have done so well, but Thomas has been a rock in our back line. He's played so well in goal, and it's allowed us to keep the lead thus far. But good chance again for Shrewsbury. Clark into comms, good strike, and it's a nice save by Tommy Thomas yet again. 53rd minute, we're coming forward in the second half. Croft showing off a bit more of the silky skills that he does have. Oh, he does have a chance blocked. It falls to Pratley, young superstar right back, potentially growing forward. Whips it in Oxlade-Chamberlain, and the man who I said needs to improve if he wants to regain his spot, he scores. Beautiful header from the Ox. It's a lovely finish. 2-0. Looks to be wrapped up and done with. Only the 53rd minute, but I don't see Shrewsbury breaking all the way through and winning this game anytime soon. Lovely finish from the Ox. 2-0. Come on, son. Well, Shrewsbury, they want to make me eat my words. You have to say, Mangan with a great strike. Tommy Thomas equal to the task. Shrewsbury again. Down the line. Something. Collins, ball, Thomas, rock solid. No chance. Always going to keep that out of the back of net. 65th minute. Now, can we get one more? Good chance for Connor Wickham. And it's just scrappy play. This is so... You can see all the chances are coming from crosses. Nothing too pretty. This is a long ball into the box. Yet again, that's going to force the bar off the crossbar. And Thomas does very well to punch it away following that. And Abdenor clears it up very, very well. So... really ugly kind of game, but Craig Croft creating a chance here in the 78th minute. He's done so well. He chips it in. Noble gets a headline, and Marky Noble, the captain, the man who's been with us from the beginning. He's one of the few remaining players from the beginning. I'll tell you what, Tompkins, Noble, it's on the tip of my tongue. There's a couple of players that have stuck by the team throughout this career. Tompkins, no, I'll see some youngsters like Burke and what have you, who've just been out on loan and moving around. But as far as stars, Cresswell, Aaron Cresswell, the god, our captain, because Noble's he's technically our captain. Cresswell's the vice captain, but Cresswell's the one who starts every game as opposed to Noble, who's more of a substitute option. But in terms of guys who stayed West Ham through and through, Mark Noble is a beautiful, beautiful man. Lovely player, and he scores a goal. It's wonderful. Shrewsbury do claw one back here late. You had to use goal line technology to know that one was in the back of the net. They do get one, but we're pretty much running down the clock here from now on. Burke plays the ball into Lewis Nerney. He finds Westcar, a young striker who's come through our academy, getting his first ever chance for the Hammers, and he misses the net. That should have been a goal. Should have been a finish, but that's going to be all she wrote. We're going to pick it up with a victory. Tom Thomas, my man of the match, gets 3 Moose My Hair points, 2 points for Abdenor, 1 point for Pratley at right back, who I thought played really well. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like I said, we're going to be finishing this career mode in FIFA 15 and getting into big things in FIFA 16. But let me know what you thought of our transfer activity, how you like the center back signings, what striker should we bring in, what should we do. You'll all find out in episode 114. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you then, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.